What if I told you that Timothée Chalamet just gave one of his most revealing interviews ever, and it might have just changed everything we thought we knew about his future with Kylie Jenner? In a brand new Vogue feature, the Dune star dropped some major hints about fatherhood, his views on having kids, and whether that's something he sees in his future, all while dating one of the world's most famous moms. But here's the real twist. Timothée's comments sound like he's ready to take things to a whole new level. So, does this mean he's thinking about starting a family with Kylie Jenner? Or was this just another vague celebrity soundbite? Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll break down exactly what he said, what it really means for Kylie and their ultra-private relationship, and how fans are reacting to what might be the biggest Chalamet bombshell yet. Welcome back to Celeb Juices, your go-to for all things celebrity, scandal, and pop culture. If you love deep dives into Hollywood's most mysterious relationships, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and don't forget to like the video to help more fans join the conversation. Now, let's dive into the story everyone's talking about. Timothée Chalamet's surprising comments about wanting kids, how it ties into his growing relationship with Kylie Jenner, and why fans are convinced there's way more going on behind the scenes than he's letting on. The shocking confession. So, let's start with what actually went down. In his latest Vogue interview published on November 6, Timothée Chalamet was asked about his thoughts on family, fatherhood, and whether he sees himself having kids one day. His answer: it wasn't exactly a no. Timothée said, and I quote, "That could be on the radar." Now, that might sound simple, even vague, but coming from someone as private as Chalamet, that's actually a huge statement. He almost never comments on his personal life, especially not on topics like this. But it gets even more interesting. The interviewer describes how Timothée reflected on seeing another celebrity brag about not having kids, and how much free time that gave them. Timothée said that he and a friend looked at each other and thought, "Holy, oh my God. Bleak." That one word, bleak, tells us everything. It's like he's saying, sure, fame is great, success is great, but what's the point if you don't have a family to share it with? He even added that, while he knows not everyone can have children, he personally feels that procreation is part of the reason for human existence. That's deep, and that's not something you say lightly in a Vogue interview that's going to be dissected by millions. So naturally, fans started connecting the dots. If Timothée is dating Kylie Jenner, who already has 2 kids, what does this mean for their relationship? Is he ready to be a stepdad, or maybe even a dad himself? And that brings us to the next part of the story, the Kylie factor. But before we get there, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Timothée's comments mean he's ready for fatherhood? Or was this just him speaking philosophically? Let me know in the comments. I'll be pinning my favorite responses. Kylie Jenner's mom era and Timothée's role. Let's talk Kylie. When news first broke that Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were dating, the internet basically exploded. Fans didn't believe it. The worlds of Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Call Me by Your Name seemed galaxies apart. But fast forward to now, and the two have managed to keep their relationship surprisingly low-key, a huge contrast to Kylie's previous romances. But here's what's interesting. Kylie isn't just a 20-something beauty mogul anymore. She's a mom. She's got Stormy, 6, and Air, 2, and being a parent is a huge part of her life. So when Timothée talks about wanting kids, on the radar, it feels almost symbolic. It's like he's saying he's not afraid of family life. He's not turned off by the idea of responsibility. And according to insiders, and we're talking multiple reports from sources close to the couple, Kylie's been drawn to Timothée because he's grounded, thoughtful, and totally different from the men she's dated before. He's more about privacy and depth than drama. But here's the tension. Timothée might be ready in theory, but is he ready in practice? Fans have noticed that whenever he's asked about Kylie specifically, he instantly shuts it down. He told Vogue, "I just don't have anything to say. I don't say that with any fear. I just don't have anything to say." And that line speaks volumes. It's like he's trying to protect what they have, maybe because, for the first time, it's real. So could this interview be his subtle way of showing the world that he's serious about Kylie, without actually naming her? Question for you. Do you think Timothée and Kylie are in it for the long haul? Or is this still Hollywood's most beautiful situationship? Drop your take below. I read every single comment. Fan reactions and internet theories. You already know, the internet wasted no time. As soon as the interview dropped, fans rushed to social media with mixed reactions. Some were swooning, calling Timothée husband material. Others were skeptical, saying it's just another calculated PR move before Dune Part 2 hits theaters. One fan tweeted, "If Timothée and Kylie have a baby one day, the world might actually break." Another wrote, "He's talking about procreation. Oh, he's in his serious era now." But others pointed out how mature he's sounding lately, like he's moving away from being Hollywood's it boy, and stepping into his next chapter as an adult leading man. Still, the Kylie connection keeps everyone guessing. Because let's be real, Kylie's relationships always play out under a massive microscope. And so far, both of them have done a pretty impressive job of keeping things mysterious. And that mystery, it's what's driving fans absolutely wild. So here's the big question everyone's asking now. Is Timothée subtly preparing the public for a future with Kylie, one that could even include kids? Before we jump into the speculation and what insiders are saying about their next steps, quick reminder, if you're loving this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button right now to boost this video in the algorithm. It really helps Celeb Juices reach more pop culture fans like you. And if you want to be part of our VIP comment crew, shout out to the most insightful fans in the comments, make sure you're subscribed and notifications are on. You don't want to miss our upcoming deep dives into Selena Gomez's rumored new music and the Hailey Bieber pregnancy buzz. Alright, let's get into what's next for Timothée and Kylie. What's next for Timothée and Kylie? So, what happens next? If we look at Timothée's comments in context, there's a pattern. For months, he's been positioning himself as someone who values real connection, stability, and authenticity. He's repeatedly talked about wanting a life beyond the cameras, something grounded. Meanwhile, Kylie has been talking less about fame and more about motherhood and self-growth. Her recent interviews show a softer, more introspective side. She's talked about changing priorities, focusing on her kids, and learning to trust again. When you line those two narratives up, they actually fit. People close to the couple say Kylie appreciates that Timothée isn't trying to ride the Kardashian-Jenner fame wave. And Timothée, he's said to love that Kylie's fiercely protective of her kids and her privacy. So when he talks about kids being on the radar, fans can't help but wonder, is he subtly hinting that he's already playing a father figure role in Kylie's world? No, he hasn't gone public with Kylie's kids. No, there haven't been paparazzi shots of family outings, but that's exactly the point. They're keeping things private, sacred, and maybe serious. And look, no one's saying a baby announcement is coming tomorrow. But when one of Hollywood's most private actors starts opening up, even a little, about fatherhood, you can't help but think he's revealing more than he realizes. Beyond the romance, Timothée's comments tap into something bigger, how celebrity culture treats family and maturity. He's part of a generation of stars who grew up in the social media spotlight but now crave something deeper, something real. His statement about procreation being part of human existence isn't just about kids, it's about connection, legacy, meaning. And for Kylie, who's already walked through the chaos of fame, that might be exactly what she's looking for, a relationship that feels real, not performative. So whether or not they're talking about having kids soon, one thing's for sure, Timothée's latest interview just made fans look at their relationship in a whole new light. So, what do you think? Is Timothée Chalamet ready to be a dad, maybe even to Kylie Jenner's kids? Or was this interview just another classic Chalamet moment of deep, philosophical musing? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be featuring some of your best takes in the next Celeb Juices video. And if you can't get enough of Hollywood's most intriguing couples, don't go anywhere. Click right here to watch our latest deep dive on Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's rumored escape plans. It's full of clues you probably missed. Thanks for watching Celeb Juices, where we serve your daily dose of celebrity truth with a twist. See you in the next one, and trust me, it's gonna be juicy.